I am going to teach you how to effortlessly trade in the markets. I am going to show you exactly what you need to do to be able to get to the point where you can just look at a ticker and you're like, oh yeah, that's a buy. And everything goes nuts in your life because you're just doing so well and you're just awesome. I want to show you how to do that. But you don't have to be a genius to be able to learn this. In fact, I'm going to post another video fairly soon that talks about why being a genius actually works against you. I'm going to give you a specific example of a wild ride for some geniuses who blew up their fund in a very spectacular way. It'll be another video. For right now, let's focus on how you become effortless in your trading in the market. I'm going to talk about a few professionals, a scientist. We're going to get some real talk here. The first guy I want to talk about is Mark Douglas from Trading in the Zone. Now, if you don't know who Mark Douglas is, you need to stop watching this video. You need to stop trading. You need to stop whatever you're doing and go read Trading in the Zone. It is widely recognized as the quintessential one book that you need to read if you want to become a trader. Mark Douglas taught thousands of people how to trade. There's market professionals that basically say he saved their career. Unfortunately, he's not saving anyone's career anymore. He did pass away recently, which is kind of a bummer. But his book carries on. It tells you, actually, trading in the zone, the point of it is to tell you how to get to the point where you have market intuition. What does Mark Douglas say? He says you need to trade a system. What's a system? Well, if you don't know, one example of a system is, let's say I want to trade gold, and every time it pops above the 50-day moving average, I'm in. No questions. I don't think about it. I'm just in. I set my stop level, let's say 5% below that, or 4 or 3% below that entry level. And then if I get a nice run, when the price drops back below the 21-day moving average, I'm going to take my profits there. I mean, there's probably more to it than that, but that's a basic system. That's what the Edge Foundry does. We teach people how to develop a system and to be able to trade that system and continue to refine it and make it better on their road to market intuition. No one questions the fact that this is how you do it. This is how you become a trader. This is the path to longevity in market success. It's not hopping from one strategy to the next. It's not alerts and it's not stock picks. This is how you do it. You develop a system. That's why the Edge Foundry doesn't do stock picks. We don't do alerts, and we don't try to get you to follow our strategy only for you to be disappointed and then you go to another strategy and another guru. We teach you how to develop a system and how to hone an edge in that system because it works. That's what Mark Douglas said. It works. Next insight by a pro is Nassim Taleb. He's written a bunch of books. They're not specifically trading books, but because he was a successful trader for many years, the canvas that he works off of is often trading. What is he talking about? He talks about deliberate practice. What is deliberate practice? That sounds so freaking nerdy. Deliberate practice is taking that system, tracking a bunch of criteria over many trades, and then going back and seeing what is this telling me? What are some things that are consistent here that I could possibly change? And yes, you're right. It's very nerdy. It does involve spreadsheets. You need to tap into your inner nerd. Deliberate practice. You need to develop experience in the markets by tracking specific criteria and being able to look back and review that criteria and tell you and let it tell you what you need to do differently for your strategy. That is deliberate practice. Nassim Taleb's books are philosophical and heavy and very in depth. You don't need to read it, but just take away the deliberate practice concept and please embrace your inner nerd. The last one is the scientist. He wrote a book called Flow. He's a Russian American scientist with an incredibly difficult name to pronounce. This is the book cover. I would not recommend trying to pronounce this name. If you're an English speaker, you will probably hurt yourself. I doubt Vladimir Putin even can pronounce this name properly. But the book is really good. So, because he is a scientist and because this video is getting long and I really don't want you to get bored, here's the key points in 2 sentences. It's all summed up by you need to do your deliberate practice from a playful state of mind. Basically, the more you enjoy looking at this, figuring out the charts, figuring out what criteria to track, and analyzing it to find what's going to work better, the more you do it from a joyful state, the more you unlock your brain's potential you didn't even know your brain had. And this guy, this Russian American guy, studied this for like 30 years. He knows what he's talking about. You need to have fun doing this. We need to approach this from a playful state of mind. It will unlock potential that you did not think that you had. So the question on your mind right now is, oh, this sounds like so much work and it's going to take so much time. I just want to be rich later this week. Can you please just tell me how to be rich later this week? So I'm going to get real with you for a moment. Market intuition will come. It's going to take years. Experience takes years. But systems do not take years. You find a strategy, we'll help you find a strategy. You pick it, the one you like, whatever one you want, and you focus in on it. And we start tracking the data and we start reviewing it. And you find out fairly quickly what's working and what's not from reviewing what's working on the majority of these trades that I'm tracking. Does you want to make bank? Does it really matter whether it's market intuition or a system or your dead grandmother is coming to you in dreams and telling you? Does it matter? As long as you get consistently profitable and you can start making bank, it doesn't matter, does it? Now, caveat, legal thing. It's actually illegal for me to promise that I can get you a consistently profitable. Mentors get sued for telling people that they can help them to get consistently profitable. So I am not telling you that because I don't want to get sued. But this is how you do it. This is the method that it takes to develop skills in the market. And that's what we teach at the Edge Foundry. Please like and subscribe. We're going to have more interesting videos that teach you how to trade, and I look forward to working with you.